The best platformer video games launching in 2018. 2018 is quickly approaching, and with it will come a slew of new video game titles to look forward to playing. With that said, now's a good time to start marking down what video games to keep an eye on when they officially launch next year. Let us lend a hand. In this list, in particular, we're going over the top platformer video games launching in 2018. Find more upcoming video game lists on GameRanks. Psychonauts 2 developer Double Fine Productions, publisher Starbreeze Studios, platforms PC, PS4, XBO, release 2018. If you're familiar with Double Fine Productions and director Tim Schafer, then you've likely either played or fully aware of Psychonauts. The video game released back in 2005, and after years of a growing base of fans, Psychonauts 2 was finally kicked into development. This will continue on with the gameplay mechanics of the first title, so players can expect a third-person platform title controlling the protagonist Raz. The narrative will follow the events of Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin, which is a first-person VR video game released earlier this year. In fact, the video game was released in order to bridge the events from the first title and the upcoming sequel next year. Yoshi Untitled game developer Nintendo publisher Nintendo Platforms NS, released 2018. There's not much we can say at this point when it comes to the Untitled Yoshi game. The series is well beloved by gamers of old and new, with the character featured in a number of his own video games throughout the years. So far, all we know is that Yoshi will be back into action in a new platforming title exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. Visually, the video game looks to take some cues from the Paper Mario franchise, but instead is focused on more construction-grade paper. For now, we'll simply have to wait and see just what Nintendo has in store. The Last Night developer Odd Tales, publisher Raw Fury, platforms PC, XBO, release 2018. The Last Night is an upcoming indie platform video game by developers Odd Tales. In this video game, players are taken into a futuristic world where our protagonist, Charlie, is a man who lives within a lower-class system. Most of the menial work has been taken up by robots, leaving Charlie to explore the city, talk with other civilians, and of course, get into some gunfights. Originally, the video game was featured in a game jam, which the title came out on top, leading the developers to continue on with the development for a full video game title release for the Xbox One and PC platforms. Super Meat Boy Forever developer Team Meat, publisher Team Meat, platforms NS, PS4, XBO, PC, MOBA, release 2018. It would be hard to imagine running into a gamer who hasn't played, or at the very least, heard of Super Meat Boy. The video game was a massive success and a highly addicting and challenging platform title by indie developers Team Meat. What was originally meant to be a mobile-only version of Super Meat Boy has gradually turned into a full-fledged sequel. Super Meat Boy Forever will once again have players going through dangerous obstacles, but this time, Meat Boy and Bandage Girl must work together. In the narrative, Super Meat Boy Forever tells the story of Dr. Fetus, who has managed to kidnap Meat Boy and Bandage Girl's child, Nugget. While the platforming mechanics are present, there are some slight gameplay mechanic overhauls made for the upcoming sequel as well. Kirby Star Allies developers HAL Laboratory, publisher Nintendo Platforms NS, release 2018. Much like our Yoshi pick in this list, Kirby is another fan-beloved character from Nintendo who has starred in his own video game titles for a number of years now. The Nintendo Switch will soon have its own Kirby video game title in 2018 with Kirby Star Allies. Also, much like the Yoshi title, not too many details have been released for Kirby Star Allies quite yet. We know that the video game will have players taking the role of Kirby with the ability to throw stars at enemies to essentially turn them into Kirby's allies. Outside of that, you can still expect the same traditional moveset from past Kirby titles such as Inhale, Star Spit, Slide Attack, Air Gun, among others. Freedom Planet 2 developer Galaxy Trail, publisher Galaxy Trail, platforms TBA, release 2018. If you enjoyed the video game franchise Sonic the Hedgehog, then Freedom Planet is a must-play. The video game first started out as a Sonic fan-made video game title, but gradually became its own entity. Upon its launch, the video game was a huge success, with fans leaving developers to continue on with the IP by delivering a sequel. No official details on the sequel have been revealed quite yet for Freedom Planet 2. Instead, the video game was simply noted to be in development, with Galaxy Trail working on the game with a Unity development engine while also tweaking the general art style. Find more upcoming video game lists on GameRanks.